The Whitney Plan Commission for Thursday, March 23rd is called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Secretary, roll call, please.
Commissioner Bonalva.
Here.
Commissioner Dorban.
I'm here.
Commissioner Saku. Here. Commissioner Johnson.
Here.
Commissioner Powers, I'm here. Commissioner Zangara.
Here.
Chairman Rafato.
Here. Ms. Jones, any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
Number 5, citizen concerns and comments. At this time, anyone can come and speak on items other than what's on the consent items, on the items for review. But I guess that's not true either, because if there's a public hearing, somebody wanted to talk on something, they could at that point. Right?
I'm sorry.
So if
Someone wants to speak on a matter that's not a public hearing, they should do it at citizens' concerns and comments.
okay, great, thank you. And there's nobody here. So consent items, docket number SCBA 1711 Domino's, 12 West Dundee Road, appearance approval of a wall sign. Okay. Docket number SCBA 1713 Prime Storage, 2500 East Hintz Road, appearance approval of a freestanding freestanding sign. And lastly, SCBA 1715 Shadow Bend, 175 Shadow Bend Drive, appearance approval of subdivision signs. Very nice. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Dorban, second by Commissioner Johnson. Mr. Secretary.
Commissioner Dorban.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Bonalva.
Yes.
Commissioner Saku. Yes. Commissioner Powers votes yes. Commissioner Zangara.
Yes.
Chairman Rafato.
Yes. Items for review, docket number PC 17-4, Korean Cultural Center of Chicago, 9930 Capitol Drive, minor site plan and appearance approval of a decorative wall. Brooke, any comments?
No comments.
Is the petitioner here? Yes.
Yes, she is.
He's right behind you. Sir,
We're ready for you.
we're ready. You get the big place right there. And could you state your name and address?
Right. John Y. Kim, 1901 Raymond Avenue. Raymond Drive, Northbrook, Illinois. I'm the architectural business, and I'm here for Korean Cultural Center.
Okay. Could you lower that microphone a little
Sure.
bit so we can hear you?
Regarding Korean Culture Center, there's a site at the site trying to build walls, memorial walls, decorative walls made of tiles, exterior, and structure-wise, concrete foundation and masonry walls with reinforcing. And the finishing material will be shipped from Korea, like roofing material, like a picture showing roofing tiles, and the wall tiles will be shipped from Korea, maybe sometime in April. I think this project will improve the site because there is right now the structure in a Korean style with roofing, like gazebo type structure. It shows very interesting, very significant architecture for Korean community. And this building of these walls will be adding, design of overall site landscaping improvement. And that's why we are here for presentation. And you want to mention the size of the walls. It's three different sizes actually, 24 feet plus minus long and 5 foot high. And the other one is 16 feet long and 5 foot high also. And the two of them, two walls like this. And it's end of the that gazebo type structure, enclosing site to improve landscaping. And I can answer any question, if you have.
Great, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Zangara.
Thank you. I really actually don't really have anything. I think it looks nice. That the picture, I like the color picture. That was really helpful.
Yeah.
I guess just, is this a Korean significance? I mean,
Yes, this is a traditional style in Korea. Back to AD 1500. And during war, by invasion by Japan government, it was sometimes destroyed, but we like to keep this image to remind, all the history,
I think it's great. I think it'll really look nice in that area. You guys have done a great job in that whole complex. So that's really all I have to say.
Thank you.
Commissioner Saka.
Thank you. I don't have much. I agree the pictures help. I was going to ask about color, but that helps. It's going to be exact same color of the pictures that we see?
We can change, what they say, from Busan, Korea.
Yeah.
Who donate this material.
Sure.
We can change maybe mortar color like that.
Got it.
But I like to make same as, picture showing.
Got it. And then the picture that we have in our packet of the, and I've been to this center, to this air plaza, but is it going to cover that wall that has the windows? Is it going to cover the windows?
No, it's not going on the building.
It's not going on the building itself.
Right, it's going in
Oh, they're going to
open
erect
space.
new walls.
Actually, in this area, the photograph, it'll go in front of the parking area just to the left of this photograph.
I
And
see.
then straight ahead along this walkway.
I see.
That's exactly where it's going.
Okay.
Which is shown here.
Okay.
So
Okay,
the
sorry, I
photograph is
misunderstood.
kind of taken from this point right here,
I understand. Okay, that makes
looking straight this way.
that makes sense. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Commissioner Durbin.
I really don't have any questions. I just wonder when you anticipate starting construction.
Construction cost, ma'am, I didn't quite hear it.
In other words, when will you start building it?
We expect to start April, but time's almost there,
Yeah.
And we're asking you, to get the permit,
How long
soon
do
as
you
possible.
anticipate it'll take to build?
How old?
How long?
How long? It take probably about months, plus minus.
Because you're
It's
bringing a lot of the construction pieces from Korea?
Like a concrete and concrete block will be supplied in here.
Okay.
But the finishing material like tiles, wall tiles, and roofing tiles will be shipped from Korea. I think they already shipped, by ship.
When you built the pagoda in the back, you brought people over here to build it. Are you bringing people?
Yes, ma'am.
You are bringing people here to build it as well?
They are exporting the Korean style, finishing up, so
Okay.
3 people will be here from Busan, Korea, yes.
Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Commissioner Powers.
Thanks. I just want to make sure that the color rendering you showed us, that's pretty much what you're going to, that's the color of the wall that you're proposing
Yes,
to
sir.
put up. Okay.
Yes.
I appreciate you you know, in the packet, I didn't see it, and you provided it, so I really appreciate that, and I think it's going to look great. Thank you. I have nothing
Thank you.
further.
Commissioner Villanova.
Yeah, I agree. It looks beautiful. I have a quick question. It looks a little different than sample, like another picture. My question is, there are 3 signs. Yeah, it's a little different than what we have in the packet. There are 3 signs inside. What it means?
Oh, yes, there is 3 kind, and like bottom area will be like a concrete.
No, there is another one. Can we go back to the one that actually gonna be in a, yeah, like that? What it means, those
That actually 3 different colors, 3 different materials.
You talking
So-
about the boxes?
yeah, those the inside.
Oh, what is the symbolism?
What is the
Yes.
symbolism
What is
in the boxes?
Is there any
on the wall?
symbolism to those 3 boxes?
That's Korean, there is a symbolism, yeah, like many 10,000-year live or something like that. I mean, long live.
You're not that old.
Thank you.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice. Commissioner Johnson.
I have nothing further on this. I think it looks great.
Just a general question, these pictures here, what is the location of these? Where were these taken?
Location is nearby building number 4 of Korean Cultural Center.
No, these actual pictures here.
Oh,
Where-
that is, thank you for asking. That's from Korea.
Okay,
Gyeongbok Palace. That's like kingdom of, that Lee dynasty. And they built that way. And the height is a little bigger than what we are trying to build.
well, and the reason why I ask is one of the concerns I would have with something as ornate as this is with our weather. The heat, the cold, the snow, but I do see snow on here, so they're able to survive. Yeah, exactly. That's what, they're able to survive the weather that we have here, so.
Yes, very similar to.
Yeah, right,
from
exactly.
Seoul, Korea, yes.
I have nothing else. They're beautiful, and it's going to
Thank you.
add to your complex. So, thank you. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Powers, second by Commissioner Isaku. Mr. Secretary?
Commissioner Powers votes yes. Commissioner Saku?
Yes.
Commissioner Bernova?
Yes.
Commissioner Dorban?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Zangaro?
Yes.
Chairman Rafato?
Yes. Thank you. You'll just
Thank
have
you all.
something to
Thank you very
sign,
much.
and you just have one thing to sign, and then you can leave.
Just up here. No, up here. Sure.
All you need to sign is right there. And this is your copy of what we just did. Whoops, that's yours. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Docket number PC 17-3, Wheeling Town Center Development, 351 West Dundee Road. Approval of final plat of subdivision. Ms. Jones.
Yes, thank you. We do not have the petitioner here tonight. It's fairly simple here. There's not much of a review. A lot of that has been done behind the scenes with our village attorneys and engineering department, and we've been coordinating that. So here's the final plat. It's over 4 pages. I've been asked to provide a little bit of background information, so on plats for our new commissioners.
I wanted one too, and I'm not new. I was going to ask you, so this is great.
Sure. So when a property is subdivided into smaller parcels, a plat of subdivision is generally required. And we usually split the process into preliminary plat of subdivision and final plat of subdivision. Tonight on the agenda is the final plat for the Wheeling Town Center. This plat legally describes the boundaries of the subject property, public ways, and utilities, and often includes easements, covenants, maintenance agreements, and engineering specifications. Review by the Plan Commission and approval by the Village Board is required. And like I said, with regard to this plat for the town center, planning has been working with the village attorney and engineering division to satisfy the terms of the redevelopment agreement and the final PUD ordinance in reviewing this plat. Several conditions of approval have been added to the motion to address consistency between all documents.
And what are those?
I can,
So, okay, so if you can go through the pictures, so this is these diagrams here. So this is the, oh, wow.
There's
I didn't
4
know we were going to
pages.
have a wall on there.
no,
Okay. So this is the plat, and this is how it's being subdivided, correct? So there's these lots,
right.
so,
We started with one big one, right?
We started, there was one very large parcel, but then there were other pieces, including the Northgate Parkway right-of-way
Okay.
that's being vacated and added to this development. There were some other pieces at the south relative to the Metro parking area.
Okay.
So it's all been consolidated now.
so what's the difference between the left and the right in this diagram? Just
They illustrate different things. If I
Okay.
can't zoom in here, but on the right, this states something that I can't see right here. It's just, the 4 pages are required here to illustrate all the requirements of the plat.
Okay. So if you go to the next page, what we were just on,
Yes.
so each one of those lots is a separate real estate pin, correct? Is that how that works? Are those separate real estate pins?
I think that's what the table is on the left. I'm not, I can't read it.
Okay,
I can try to zoom it out.
right.
I can, let me try zooming in my packet.
There's too many rows for that to be separate pins.
There's 4 pins listed at the top left of the first one.
Oh, I see it, yep.
Okay, so yeah, so it'll be 4 pins then. It'll be 4 separate parcels as depicted on this plat.
Okay.
And that might include,
Are those the original 4, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking, maybe.
No, they're new pins. Okay, here, this table illustrates lot and boundary coordinates. It's not pins.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So that's part of the legal description and
So-
noting those meets and bounds.
So each one of those would be assessed differently, right? I mean, if it was assessment that, I guess lot size would dictate the price, how they were assessed by the county. And so that's kind of like why all this is being done.
Well, we're treating this as one development, and that's
Right.
why it's under a single plat. I don't know exactly how the county assesses.
That's fine.
Property.
Were there any other pictures? Any color pictures?
No, this is
No.
not an exciting review
Okay.
process.
Any other questions? Oh, you wanted to give the conditions?
Oh, sure, I can read through those. Okay. This is rather lengthy. Number 1, the platification for Northgate Parkway shall be approved prior to Village Board approval of the final plat of subdivision. Prior to recording the final plat, the remaining pre-conveyance conditions as defined in the redevelopment agreement must be met. Prior to recording the final plat, associated documents shall be provided to staff in their final form, including but not limited to the declaration of covenants, reciprocal easements, and operating agreement for the Wheeling Town Center. 4, that prior to preparation of the executed copy of the plat, the developer agrees to insert language on the second page to indicate that the owner of Lot 10 shall own and maintain the water main serving the development. The the developer further agrees that this modification to the terms of the redevelopment agreement shall be executed prior to the recording of the plat. 5, prior to village board review, the plat shall be updated to reflect the easement language, notes, and signature blocks as required by the engineering division. And 6, that the Plan Commission Chair and Secretary shall sign the document and forward the recommendation to the corporate authorities for review and consideration.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Dorban, second by Commissioner Zangara. Mr. Secretary.
Commissioner Dorban?
Yes.
Commissioner Zangara?
Yes.
Commissioner Bonova?
Yes.
Commissioner Saku?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Powers votes yes. Chairman Rufato?
Yes. So we don't sign it tonight. It's got to go through all of
Right,
this
we,
stuff.
we have some more edits to make before the village board review.
Okay.
Brooke, can I ask one quick question? I've been on the Plan Commission for a while. When was the last time we did something like this? Was Northgate Crossing an example?
Yes.
Yes.
Was that, okay, that's what I thought. Because I think I remember Jim and Don signing something. So this is just another one of those cases. We don't get many
Right,
of
we
them.
also had one for the Whitley recently.
We did, okay.
Yes.
We get special pens that we have to sign it with, and we
Is that like Donald Trump?
We have a bunch of them, and we each initial, and we pass them out. So,
Thank you.
yeah, but that will come. And our names are indelibly in,
You become part of history.
we do. Other business.
You got the minutes to approve.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't here, that's why I forgot about them. Approval of minutes for March 9th, 2017.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Zangara, second by Commissioner Dorban. Why don't you do a vote on that, because I think some people weren't here.
Okay. Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Dorban?
Yes.
Commissioner Bonova?
Yes.
Commissioner Saku?
Yes.
I'm abstaining. I was not here. Commissioner Zangara?
Yes.
Chairman Rufato?
Abstain.
Well, neither was I, but I thought we could still,
You can
can.
still
You
vote.
can.
You
You can.
can.
okay.
But I'm going to abstain. Now, other business. Brooke, anything?
I do not have anything.
Okay, I'm going to start off. I want to congratulate Commissioner Saku
Thank you very much.
on your newest addition
Thank you.
to the family and to the world.
Thank you very much.
And her name is
Adeline.
Adeline. You might as well advertise it. Come on.
Yeah, Adeline Isaku, 2:25 at 2:25 a.m. She might be watching while drinking her bottle now.
Right, exactly. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Commissioner Johnson.
I really have nothing other than a reminder about voting coming up on the 4th.
Commissioner Blanova.
Yes. Any details to that April 4th?
April 4th, yeah.
Right, yep. Commissioner Johnson, anything? I mean, Commissioner Powers?
Early voting's going. I voted yesterday too, so
Cool.
do that. That's it.
Commissioner Dorban?
Yeah, I wanted to also say that early voting is going on at the Korean Cultural Center, so, and I understand it moves very quickly over there.
Commissioner Saku?
Nothing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your kind words and for everyone's support. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
And Commissioner Zangara?
I have nothing, thank you.
I have nothing either, I don't think. I'm out of sorts. It's been a while since I've been at this chair, so I'm out of sorts, but I don't have anything. Spring is here. Watch for bicycles and people walking as we're starting the spring season, and hopefully it'll be nice and warm next time we come here. Oh, I do have one more thing. I think Commissioner Dorban had mentioned at our last meeting about arranging a tour of the village, and hopefully we can get that done in the summer when it's nice and light out, so please, if you could put that on your notes, I would appreciate it. If we have nothing else, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.